Frenzy Highlights, brought to you by CMSC Driving School, offering flexible scheduling for classroom and road lessons at 6 Central Mass locations. Online at centralmasssafety.org.
Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Cariglio and Bay State Savings Bank.
Coming up next on the Friday Night Football Frenzy, it's another chapter in the Route 140 Rumble as Grafton hosts Shrewsbury. Westboro goes on the road to battle league foe Neshoba. It's a South County slugfest as Bay Path visits Bartlett. And the men with the big T host the Wachusett Mountaineers. These and we'll sprinkle in some college games as well. The Frenzy starts right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Frenzy. Kevin Shea, alongside of Andy Lacombe. We had some great games week one, some big games here in week two. Some teams putting up big numbers tonight.
Offense was the story tonight. We had some 40s. We had some 6-7 touchdown games. Yeah. We had some teams separating themselves a little bit early on.
I think kids like to play in the humidity.
Yeah.
They like it, and it certainly showed tonight. Some big games. We're going to start with one of the biggest ones right off the hop. Grafton and Shrewsbury. What a game. Cam Schaefer and Shrewsbury ready for this one. Third quarter, tied at 7. John White doing his Mark Bavaro impersonation. Bang, runs over one. Runs through a couple more. Now drags the entire team. Whitey's a beast. Drew Campanelli. Couple plays later, Ben Harris. Harris stopping on a dime, land of 6. It's 13-7 Shrewsbury.
Mark Bavaro gets older, you stay the same age.
On the point after, Grafton blocked the point after. Ben Berube scoops it up, and he takes the loaf all the way home to the bakery. It's 2 points, and now it's a 13-9 game. Grafton driving on their next possession. Matt Holbrook glides with his running back. He's a 3-year starter and a veteran. Calm, cool, collected. Scrambles. Holbrook smells the end zone and gets there. It's 16-13, Grafton in front. Fourth quarter, the crowd is jacked. Fourth down for Shrewsbury. Colonials throw into the end zone. It is incomplete. Grafton holds defensively, but Shrewsbury drives 84 yards. Late in the game, they win it 19-16 in a thriller.
Wow. Hey, what's better than Jack O'Callahan Miracle on Ice jersey? How about that? 2 of them at Neshoba. The Chieftains know their history. Hosting Westboro tonight. Kids, take notes. Jack Slocum of Westboro. Open field tackle. That's a good clinic he just threw on there. Great form, great stop. Early in the third, Chieftains strike. Brendan Lee on the swing pass. Nice blocking downfield. 25 yards for the score. 28-0 Neshoba. Rumors of Neshoba's demise have been greatly exaggerated. Westboro looking to answer. Luke Lentine downfield. Ball's tipped and intercepted. No, it's into Chris Martin for a huge gainer. Westboro trying to move. The defense of Neshoba doing its job, slamming the door shut. Lee getting it done on defense there. Fourth quarter we go. 4th and goal for Neshoba. The human battering ram, Alex Childs, pounds it in. Neshoba gets the win, 35-7.
They're really pumped. They're really ready to play. We're a better football team. We need to show it tonight. We need to show it individually and together. And it's going to take perfect effort, absolutely perfect effort, win the play every time. Every time. And when something happens, rebite, pick your teammates up. Let's go. Let's go.
All right, Chevrolet and Fitchburg, the Lindstrom brothers taken in the game after helping Boston College win an ACC game last night. Got home at 2 in the morning and are at the alma mater. Fitchburg striking first. Anthony Okendo rumbling in. 6-0 Red Raiders. Their offense looked good. Rams answer. Double handoff. Ben Carpenter's free. And he's untouched for 6. 7-6 after the PAT. And the Rams squad, they set off like a smoke bomb, and they were out in force tonight. Fitchburg, Andrew Brooks. Off one receiver and into the hands of Ozzie Guy for the touchdown. Great play by Guy. 12-7 Berg. Second quarter. Here comes the hill. Kobe Jean Guillaume. Oh, enchanté. He's into the end zone behind Gabe Dos Santos for the touchdown. Oh, I love the Jean Guillaumes. 14-12 Hill. Guy had a touchdown that put Fitchburg up 18-14, but the Hill comes back to win it 35-32. Enchanté.
Mike Dobzinski chatting with Bob Foley Jr. That's Wachusett and St. John's.
Wow.
How about that caught on film? Tantasqua, Sean Farland rolling to his left. Farland picking his way down the sideline and picking up a good chunk of change for Tantasqua. Wachusett, Sam Brewer then with a blue collar run as he lowers his shoulder. Running Ram tough. He is a tough dude to bring down. Mountaineers with their foot on the gas. Gavin Mainzo going up the middle. And he's inside the 5-yard line. From there, Nathan Gamble. 4 yards to pay dirt, and Wachusett leads 36-0 midway through the third. Wachusett playing some stout defense as well. Stuffing the run for no gain and forcing Tantasqua to punt. Tantasqua still playing hard. Matt McCormick stuffing the run for a 2-yard loss. And then it's Dylan Johnson bowing up defensively. But this is Wachusett's night. The Mountaineers bouncing back big. They win it 42-0.
Algonquin and Marlboro. Kelleher Field, the place to be. Like this matchup out there in Metro West. Pick it up first quarter. Steve DiGregorio throwing for Marlboro. Finds Hunter Reynolds on the money for a big gain. Sets up a touchdown run. DiGregorio in. Marlboro up 7-0. End of the first quarter. Algonquin trying to answer back. Jack Branson. Jack with a nice cutback. And gets a good thing going on the drive. In the second quarter, Rainier Luna comes up with a big 4th down stop for Marlboro. Talk about a day for Lou Vigin. The mayor! 170 yards and a touchdown. And he is just rumbling. How about 9 yards of carry for Big Lou. J.J. Jarman will put Marlboro up 14-0. Panthers win 28-0.
There's only one way to get it done. We know how to get that done. We play to a certain standard. We play Wooly football. 44 minutes of Millbury football. That's what it's all about. Millbury's ready to go. Great tradition. Football in December, dating back to the Dave Palazzi days. Ray Richards getting his Millbury team fired up, taking on BMR. First quarter score of this game. BMR's Robbie Seafring hits Alex Lucchini to the 8-yard line. From there, Seafring trying the middle. Nothing there. He bounces to the outside. Seafring is just a weapon, a warrior. Such a strong player. He's in for 6-0 BMR. Millbury answering. Mason Broyles. Look at the speed of Mason Broyles. He just goes down the sideline like he shot out of a cannon. 63 yards for the touchdown. We're tied at 6. Millbury playing some defense. Charlie Mitchell hog-tied him. Woo-wee! This is like an old SEC game. Then it's Anthony Greenwich to Broyles. And Broyles doing the rest. All speed. 69 yards to the land of 6. Add the 2-point conversion. It is 14-6 Millbury. Second quarter, more from Broyles. This time he takes the handoff. And he gets the corner and gets the end zone. 20-6 Millbury in front. And the Woolies win it 34-21. Millbury is 2-0.
Break up the Woolies.
2-0 right now. A huge win in week 1 over Blackstone Valley Tech. You come back home and you beat a tough and a good BMR squad. Tip of the hat to Ray Richards and his team. They're playing great.
Those guys, a lot of juniors, they are playing Ironman football at Millbury, doing a heck of a job. Shepherd Hill gets a big win over Fitchburg. Fitchburg lost to St. Bernard's last week. Their offense is good. They're going to win some games.
Yeah, they certainly showed that tonight. A tough team that has a lot of fight in them. All right, plenty more to come on the Frenzy. Stay with us.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is brought to you by Unibank, the Sullivan Group, Poochie's Fine Jewelry, Milford Federal, the Central Mass Safety Council, Holy Cross Athletics, Nichols College, and Berterra Nissan of Auburn.
All right, well, as we mentioned, some big nights offensively for teams, for individuals, and we got a couple of those in this block.
Yeah, Bay Path and Bartlett, a black and blue affair, right? Well, they put up some numbers in this one as well. Let's take you to Webster, the low-level fog coming up. I don't know the meteorological term for that one, but Bay Path and Bartlett tied at 14. Third quarter, Noah Vasquez and the Bay Path D coming up big. Tackle for a loss for Big Noah. Bay Path then takes over, and Tyler Gillespie running strong. Hard charger. Gets a block downfield, and he's deep into Bartlett territory. So it was back and forth, tough sledding at times. Christopher Hollows and Antonio DeResta closing the road for the Bartlett defense. The Bay Path continues to drive. Sweet play action. Michael Keeler to Daniel Keefe for the touchdown. Great catch by Keefe. In traffic, took a pop. 20-14, Bay Path. Minutemen going for 2, and it's Keeler hitting Titus Antuna for the conversion. 22-14, Bay Path. Bartlett defense playing tough late in this one. Kevin Flanders with the sack, but Bay Path pulls away late to win it, 36-14.
We make people play our brand of football. Nobody else wants to play in the dirt like we do, all right? And then we get them going, we hit them with our speed. We got to play hard, fast, and physical every play, and we play together and we play for each other. You guys work too hard all week during practice and all summer in the weight room to not get paid tonight. It's time to get paid! Hey, proud to be a Panther. Quaboag on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I love it. Dave Buchanan right on. Time to get paid tonight. Quaboag on the road at Maynard. First quarter, it is Maynard on the board first. QB Tommy Smith rolling out, and Smith takes it himself, scampers in for the touchdown. 6-0 Tigers in front. Quaboag looking to answer. Colby Smith takes the toss sweep. Smith getting to the outside and getting a first down for the Panthers. Tigers defense getting the stop. Sean Primiano picks it off for Maynard. And the Tigers are in Quaboag territory, deep in Quaboag territory. Early in the second, Maynard's Peter Jordan finding the end zone. Big cheer from the chain gang. Maynard goes on to win this one 44-0. Your final, not pictured, I think, on the big cheer.
No, but they were cheering. David Prouty hosting Assabet, Eugene Hurley Field, the place to be. Third quarter, Aztecs in command, 28-0. Gerald McManus is on the move. Following his blockers, reaching the sideline, gets a huge block. A whirling dervish. Oh! Down to the 20-yard line of Prouty. A couple plays later, Mateo Chacon taking a trip to touchdown town. 17-yard reception. You can get there through Expedia, other things, you know. Assabet on top, 35-0. Next Prouty possession, the defense. Brendan Drabinski looking a lot like Khalil Mack. They just traded for him, got him at Assabet. His sack ends the Prouty drive. Here comes Assabet once more. Connor Sherlin looking good, eluding tacklers and finding his way in. 20-yard touchdown. Assabet gets the win, 42-0.
All right, we got Abby Kelly hosting Oxford, home opener for the Bears. Scoreless in the first quarter. Abby Kelly's Matt Kerr tucking the football, taking himself. Good block in front by Delvin Atafa. And Kerr's into the end zone. 6-0 Bears drawing first blood. Oxford answering. Sam Wing right up the gut. And Wing is in for the touchdown. 2-point conversion's no good, so we're tied up at 6-all. Second quarter. Kerr brought down by Alex Green. And a big sack and a big defensive stand for O-Town following play. Abby Kelly throwing. Wing steps in front and picks it off. Great defense from Wing. The ensuing drive. Joel Erickson finding Ryan Walsh. Walshy taking it in for 6, 40 yards on the touchdown. Pirates going for 2. Nico Murray powers in for the 2-point conversion. 14-6 Oxford. O-Town wins it 26-6.
All right, this is Southbridge and Air Shirley. Shirley, you can't be serious. First quarter, it's Mick Matrano taking the handoff. And a solid chunk of yards for the Air Shirley runner. And the Panthers are on the move. Same drive. Lucas Sargent running on the right. Makes a man miss. And he's off. 40 yards to the house. Air Shirley's up 7-0. Next Panther drive. It's Halston Wilkie pitching it out to James Robinson. And Robinson, no stopping him. Ain't no stopping him now. He's on the move.
Drop the disco ball.
60-plus yards for a touchdown, 14-0.
Maybe some lights in this game.
Second quarter. Were there lights in Air? More from the Panthers. It's Wilkie keeping it. Solid game. A couple plays later,
Iris up.
Sargent, they do have lights. His second of the game, Air Shirley, is up 20-0. They get the win, 38-12.
Sargent. We got Narragansett and Quaboag. After a historic defensive effort last week by Quaboag, they look to keep it rolling. Narragansett's Brad Thane with the catch on the outside, but Quaboag's Aiden Chappett swarming and making a solid defensive play. Cougars running the bootleg and getting some yards early on. It's Matt Griffin with the catch. Warriors defense led by senior Miles Jakes attacking the ball carrier and letting up minimal yards. Fourth down, the Cougars are going for it. Brendan Gillette trying to get to the outside. Nothing there. Now flips it up. Great defense from Gansett. Breaking that play up. Warriors QB, Damian Como, with the tight laces, zings it to Noah Welch, and it's a first down for Gansett in the red zone. Second and goal at the 2-yard line by Quaboag's defensive line. Bowing up, playing big and stuffing it. Fourth and goal now. Como rolling to his left. On the run, fires, and it is incomplete. Great stand by that Quaboag defense. Gansett gets the win tonight, though. 12-6 is your final.
All right, this is the General's Den, Commerce Bank Field, South High, the ROTC, junior ROTC there, the color guard there. Ware visiting South, first quarter was scoreless. Devin Slatterly up top. Keith Smith, first and goal for Ware. Ware and Quaboag, if I'm not mistaken, Thanksgiving rivals. Second quarter, Slatterly on the keeper, barreling towards the goal line, where he's introduced to Brendan Arnold. Brendan has the fumble recovery then. Very next play, though, Keith Smith going in. Something happens. Ensuing possession. That was Johnny Velasquez going in for a 10-0 score. Then it's Ron Burlins trying to get South going. It is Burles kicking it outside into Ware territory for a Colonel first down. Something happened there. We have to figure it out. Later in the drive, Adam DeFoss looking downfield. Daryl Ando was the intended receiver. Travis Orzelak with the pick. Ware winners in the city tonight.
We have Hudson and Littleton. 28-0 Littleton at the half. Third quarter. Quarterback Will Scott taking the snap right up the gut. He is gone. 20 yards to the house, and the Tigers are up 35-0. Some defense now. The snap gets away from Littleton. Quarterback recovers, but Hudson's Ryan Medeiros is right there to grab him for a 12-yard loss. Funky, cold Medeiros. Got some good 80s going on. Next drive. And it's the same thing happens. Ball gets away. Wyatt Kopp making the great tackle for the Tigers. I'll be a Huckleberry.
Wyatt, I am rolling.
Fourth quarter, fourth down for Littleton. Parker Landfors gets the handoff, makes the cut. Landfors showing his vision, showing his speed. He's got a touchdown. 42-0 Littleton, and that is your final. The Tigers win it 42-0. So they bounce back with a big win tonight. You look at Maynard and what they did to Quabbin, and we saw Quabbin in week 1 against Northbridge. It's a tough Quabbin team. Maynard made a statement tonight.
Yeah, Baypath looking good against Bartlett. How about Quaboag? They lose tonight, but it's maybe an eye-turner, 12-6 against Narragansett. Quaboag kids haven't even been to school yet because they have a mold problem inside that school. You throw that routine out, it's still got to be tough.
Yeah.
They're playing tough, those kids.
They are. A lot to play for, and they're galvanizing that town right now and their classmates. Another good defensive effort for Quaboag. Plenty more to come on the Frenzy. Stay with us, everyone.
The Friday Night Football Frenzy is presented by the law offices of Joseph J. Carigula and Bay State Savings Bank.
All right, well, the Assumption team, 3 years in a row, they have been to the NCAA tournament, and they have a huge core of fifth-year seniors, fifth-year guys that know what it takes. They know the drill, and in many ways, they're self-disciplined.
Always a target on their backs now in the NE10, so no game a gimme, but they look good tonight.
They're the team to beat. It's Youth Cancer Awareness Night. There's the ultimate T-Hawk, Mike Vulcano.
Love that guy.
35-3 Assumption in the second quarter. St. A's pass picked off by Bryce Jacob. He returns it 23 yards to the 16-yard line. Greyhounds looking for the 33-yard field goal to complete the drive. Jacob Tondel's kick is good.
Shepherd Hill.
And it's 38-3 Assumption over St. A's. Third quarter now. Assumption's Mark Monks hands it off to Khalid Exum Strong for the touchdown. 45-3 Hounds. Next Assumption possession. Monks firing. Finds Kyle Sawney for a gain of 18 yards. Same drive. It is Monks connecting with Sonny again, this time in the end zone. 52-3 Assumption. Assumption wins tonight, 66-3.
All right, Nichols and Coast Guard. Here comes the Coast Guard in Dudley. Big one tonight at Vendetti. First quarter, Bison strike first. Michael Pina rolling left, hits Eric Mooney, who goes in for the score, 7-0 Nichols. Coast Guard would answer. Jim Wagner. Long run. Fighting. Inside the red zone, stopped just short. Down at the 2-yard line. Coast Guard would score. We're tied at 7. A couple of plays later. Coast Guard then takes the lead on a Cole Austin 36-yard field goal. 10-7 Bears. Nichols coming right back. Jacob Dufresne, 10-yarder. Going in. 14-10 Bison. Coast Guard gets the win, though. 27-20, we're fine.
All right, so our game tomorrow is Holy Cross and Yale. Yale coming off their first outright Ivy League title in almost 40 years. The Bulldogs are loaded, and they got the local kid, J.J. Howland, who only a sophomore, but before his time's due, he's going to be an NFL prospect.
Yeah, and he's coming back to Central Mass. So is Tony Reno coming back to Central Mass, the head coach of Yale, the Oxford native. And for Holy Cross, it's the home opener. And as our Brenna Wilson reports, it is a homecoming for everybody.
Saturday will be Yale's first game of the season. Holy Cross has already played twice, and it could be an advantage for the Crusaders, who have already had chances to correct some of their mistakes. And head coach Bob Chesney hopes to keep getting better against the Bulldogs.
We got to hold on to the football. I mean, we have to put drives together, which is something that we've had a little bit of a hard time doing up to this point in time. We got to throw the ball. We have to be able to make some throws. We got to be able to find some open receivers. Those are things that must be done if we have a chance.
This game is a homecoming for both teams as Holy Cross returns to Fitton Field for the first time this season, and Yale head coach Tony Reno returns to Central Mass.
To be at home finally for the first time here, for a lot of us as coaches and a lot of these younger players are going to play substantial time, to be the first time on Fitton is something that we're all very, very excited about.
It's always great to go back home, and my parents still live in town, my wife's parents live in town, so it's nice to get back there and bring your team back and play against Holy Cross, who is the team I grew up as a young kid going to games and as a high school kid going to watch them play. So it's really a great opportunity to go back and bring this team to Fitton Field.
Brenna Wilson, the Friday Night Football Frenzy.
All right, Yale and Holy Cross, 1 o'clock. Our coverage begins live. We're back at Fitton Field for Holy Cross football. And you know what? Tony Reno has a good group. He's got 7 guys back, all Ivy. He's got some more studs that are coming back as well. Tony has done a great job. He's turned it around. I'm an Auburn guy, and I can say that about you, Tony. Even though you're from Oxford, you've done a tremendous job at Yale. He's got a great group, a good senior core that's still back, even though they lost some talent to the NFL last year
3 guys.
At Yale. And this is a group that's going to be a tough test for Holy Cross.
But you're looking at a Holy Cross team right now that, tough loss week 1 at Colgate. Last week they run into a buzzsaw, probably the best rushing team in the nation in Boston College. So they're looking to get their feet back under them. They're looking to make a statement. First home game. They're going to be playing with a lot of emotion tomorrow at Fitton Field. The home game, the weather's going to be nice. It's going to be a big crowd. This is a team that has been working hard. They haven't gotten paid yet for it. Tomorrow they're looking to get paid. Yeah, and you know what? It should be a big one tomorrow. Emotional, you mentioned. Emotional tonight as well on the Cape. We talk about Auburn and Dennis Yarmouth playing in a big game. More than just football tonight. Yeah, it's a tribute really to the Auburn team. Again, they put this together to play DY and to raise money for Sergeant Sean Gannon, a Yarmouth police officer who was killed in the line of duty earlier this year. Of course, Auburn did this for Officer Ron Tarantino, one of their own, 2 years ago. This is special, and it's a way for the Auburn football team to pay tribute to Sergeant Gannon, as well as all police officers in general.
When the opportunity kind of presented itself tragically, that we reached out as a football community, but also as the town of Auburn, on behalf of the police. Is something we could do to kind of help the healing process a little bit.
Just being a part of it is great. I mean, we were both part of the first Top Cop, and it was something else.
It's nice to have this event for everyone and to have everyone come together and just to show the respect that we have for police officers and our fellow community.
So DY wins the game tonight. This is shots of Auburn leaving. They left at 1:30 this afternoon, got a police escort down to DY. Now, they lost the game tonight, but this one is not about wins and losses. This is about a tribute and helping raise money for Sergeant Gannon's family, and they did this, and the whole community of Auburn should be very proud. This is something that was an effort between the football team, but also the Auburn Police Department. They went down over the summer several times with the Yarmouth Police Department to kind of coordinate what they did a couple years ago and helping to raise so much money for the Tarantino family.
And we were there 2 years ago for the Top Cop game, Auburn and Leicester. The Auburn kids doing a great service tonight, as well as their coaches, the administration. Just they know what it feels like in Auburn. Community galvanizes around each other, and tip of the hat to both programs tonight for their game.
Yeah, the Auburn coaching staff stepping up as they always do. All right, we're going to take a timeout. When we come back, it's man of the match time. Man of the match time. My man of the match is Millbury running back Mason Broyles. 3 touchdowns tonight, well over 100 yards rushing, and close to 100 yards receiving. Mason Broyles, a huge reason why Millbury is 2-0 on the season. The Woolies are rolling. Mason Broyles is my man of the match.
Bay Path is 2-0. Daniel Keefe had a couple receiving touchdowns and took one back with a pick 6. He's a tough dude going up in traffic to make some catches for touchdowns tonight. Daniel Keefe is my man of the match. Bay Path's 2-0. They got the big guy there. They got everybody. They got everybody,
Going back to this Shrewsbury-Grafton game, too. Shrewsbury drives 84 yards. They score with 5 seconds left in the game to beat Grafton. This is a veteran team. You have a veteran coaching staff in Shrewsbury. They don't panic, but neither does their quarterback. Campanelli is awesome, and he is just such a leader. And his leadership and his confidence permeates through that whole team. They were confident they were going to win this game, even though they didn't have a lot of time and they had to drive the length of the field. Campanelli and Shrewsbury, really impressive tonight, but I'll tell you what, Grafton is too. Grafton to go toe-to-toe with Shrewsbury, one of the best teams in the area, a senior team, 28 seniors on that Shrewsbury team. You win in high school football with seniors. Seniors led the way tonight, but that Grafton team should be proud of themselves.
It's really early. You think Grafton, Neshoba kind of angling?
Right now.
Marlboro?
Yeah, Marlboro.
That's a great
Marlboro's,
division.
Hi, how you doing?
Right now, hey, here I am. Marlboro looks really darn good. Lou Vigent really running the rock really well, and they got some guys that can do some damage. And, you look at teams like Wachusett, who lost in week 1 to Doherty, put up 42 tonight against a Tantasqua team that's young and doesn't play in the same division, but Wachusett has some weapons, Kev, and they're going to be a team in D3 that will be heard from. I think.
They definitely will. The Marlboro team, when you look at them, you think toughness and you think hitting. And last week, a couple of the St. John's coaches, we were talking just about teams in the area, and they said, Marlboro is maybe one of the hardest, if not the hardest hitting team in Central Mass. That he goes, every year they hit us harder than anyone else. Marlboro, one thing going back to the 80s, when you go to Kelleher Field, you're going to get hit. You're going to feel it the next day when you try to lift your arms and try to brush your teeth. Your shoulders are going to hurt. Your neck's going to hurt. Marlboro hits. And no matter what the names say, no matter what decade it is, one constant, Marlboro is tough, and they're going to be tough to play against. And Sean Mahoney is an offensive genius, and he plays to his strengths. And they may change things up from year to year, but he puts his guys in a position to win year in and year out, week in and week out.
St. John's lost to Springfield Central tonight at 61-34. Pioneers are 0-2, the defending state champs. Don't read into it. Springfield Central, ton of athletes all over the football field, and we're hungry coming off a loss to the Pioneers last year in the state semifinals. St. John's is 0-2, but we don't know yet maybe how good they are going to be in Central Massachusetts. Pioneers still have a lot of talent, and, there's a lot of football left.
We do know this, too. Aspet Valley is 2-0 on this young season with 2 big wins. I mean, these were 2 no-doubters by the Aztecs. So this is a team right now, when you're going down division by division, put the Aztecs in the top there, too, because they're going to be heard from and one of the favorites to be there come playoff time.
Wagon Nipmuc with another win, too.
Yeah.
How about the Warriors? I thought they graduated everybody.
Joe Cortez, one of our guys, and Assumption. Assumption now 2 wins in a row. The Hounds lost to a tough Kutztown team week 1. They've won 2 in a row. They're 2-1 now. And the big thing is winning league games.
Yep.
Winning league games. They have 2 quarterbacks. Both can drive that team.
Don't sleep on my guy, Stephon Hill.
He's good. They got a lot of weapons.
Let's go.
Ton of weapons over there. Tomorrow, 1 in the afternoon at Fitton Field. Tony Reno returns with Yale, and Holy Cross looks for their first victory of the year.